compensation. Last week, we spoke about people who were ungrateful when blessings come. And some of you out there, I know you've done great things. I know you've helped people, and sometimes you feel like whatever you're doing, you're not receiving what you expect to receive from those people. You're not receiving anything from the people you decide to help or assist or just be there for, and you feel like that's unfair. And I know it sounds like it's unfair because how can you be the person who's there for someone and when it's time for them to be there for you, they're not there? Well, unfortunately, the reality of giving is you give to someone, you cannot expect anything in return from that person. And I know it may not sound right to you. I mean, it doesn't sound right to you. But the reality of it is, once you have given to someone, you have sacrificed, you have invested, you have given your time, you have done so much for a person. Unfortunately, you cannot expect to receive gratitude because of what you've done. So the universe will, in return, pay you exponentially. So not because you've done anything for that person, you've been there for them, means that, okay, I'm the one who got you where you are, so therefore you're indebted to me. No, the person's not indebted to you. If they're being ungrateful to you, the universe will compensate you for that exponentially. And that's the law of compensation. Regardless of what you do in this world, you will have to pay the price. And sometimes paying the price means waking up early in the morning and you pay the price. And paying the price can sometimes mean like you donate something to someone else. However, when you are the person giving, please do not expect to have anything in return or, well, I did this for this person. This person is going to help me do this. Well, unfortunately, you have to understand the reason you helped them in the beginning because they couldn't help themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. The reason they don't have anything to give you because they didn't have anything to give you in the first place. So therefore, you can't expect someone you've done well for, you've helped and you've been there for, and thinking that, well, they're going to return it in favor. So basically, you telling the universe, oh, I'm giving this, but with a condition that this person is going to pay me back. Well, a blessing is not a loan. A blessing is not a loan that someone must return to you because you have been the person delivering the blessing. The blessing, the compensation for blessing comes from God and the universe that reciprocate you, pay you exponentially. And sometimes it's not the people you've helped will not be the ones who will be there for you. However, in some circumstances, when you least expected, the universe will pay you more. When you least expected, the universe will pay you more. The universe will compensate you more for what you have done. And you may say to yourself, well, how would I know if the universe decided to compensate me for what I've done? Well, the way you will know is you will be in a jam. Sometimes you will be in a situation you feel like there's no way out. You feel like, I'm done. There's nothing I could do. It's just crazy. And you find a total stranger out of nowhere decides to help you. It could be you could be at the bank, standing at the line, and you really have to go. But then again, you have to pay this bill you owed. You have to deposit that money. And boom, this person looks at you and says, you know what? Let's switch. Let's decide to, you take my spot, and then, and you move. And then maybe it was a job interview. You go into a job interview, and because you've done well, you've helped people, and the person, when she get to that job interview, the person had a bad day. And the person said, you know what, regardless of the bad day, regardless of how bad things been for me, I'm going to make sure you get this job. So your compensation for being the bearer of blessing will not come from the people you have helped. It will come from sources that are unknown to you. The universe will not always reveal where your sources of blessing coming from. So basically, even though you have people you have blessed, you have done things to where you have been the conduit for blessings, they will not be the ones to help you. The ones who will be there for you will be total strangers who have no strings attached to you. So therefore, do not put a string on the blessings you deliver to people. You don't give them the blessing. You just being the person delivering the blessing. So do not put a string attached to it. Do not feel like, well, if I do this, a quid pro quo. If I do this for you, therefore you must do this for me. No. If you, the bearer of the blessing, don't expect anything in return. Because when you expect something in return, you're actually telling the universe how to pay you back. So let's look at this part. So therefore, you say, hey, I give this person $10, but I expect $10 back. So that's a fair exchange. You give $10, you expect $10 back. So that's what you said to the universe. So if I give this person $10, next time I go down the street, somebody should give me $10 back, or this person should one day give me $10 back. So okay, it makes sense to you. However, if that's the way you talk to the universe, you are killing your blessings. Why? Maybe the universe was going to pay you $1,000 instead of $10. So therefore, you put a number on how the universe would compensate you for what you've done, and you don't even know how to respond to the universe. And because you put a number and the universe gives you $10, instead you could have received $1 million. So therefore, your blessing doesn't have a price. You carrying that blessing does not have a price. Once you put a price on the blessings you have delivered to your friends and families or total stranger, you also diminishing the value you can receive. So the universe will pay you exponentially if you allow the universe to pay you without your conditional expectation. Without your conditional expectation, the universe will pay you for all you have service you have rendered to the universe. You know, it's like this. You have people who've been working for 40 years for free. 40 years working, doing helping people. No one is there for them. And then at the age of 48, and they have an extreme amount of blessing that just pouring down to them, and people looking at them and say, oh my God, he's an overnight success. She's an overnight success. But you got movie stars who's been in the industry for so long, and all of a sudden their time comes and you see them everywhere and you look at them and say, wow, that is an overnight success. But you don't know that they've been blessing others. They've been behind the scene helping others grow for 20, 30, sometimes 40 years. Some people have waited at least 70 years and they finally get their blessings at the age of 70. You say to yourself, man, that's an overnight success. No, it's not. You don't see the work they've done behind closed doors. You don't see the humiliation they have taken for other people. You don't see the punches they have taken for others. So therefore, when you decide to put a number on your blessings, you actually slowing down your own personal blessings. Even though the people you help, they're not there for you. Understand the universe would never forsaken you. The universe will always be there for you exponentially. Your power to receive should not be indicative of the numbers you put on your blessings. You will receive proportionately or greater than what you have put out sometimes. It's like a farmer. The farmer decides to put one seed in the ground, one seed. And they have a mango tree, a orange tree, an apple tree, a peach tree, but that's just one seed. And they put that one seed into the ground. They feed the ground with that one seed, and they have thousands, sometimes millions of seeds. You look at mustard seed. That little tiny seed is so small, but it can multiply in millions. So you see, when you bless one person with one seed, the universe will deliver your blessing, will reciprocate that blessing to you exponentially. Do not put a number on your blessings. Receive your blessings. Don't put a time. Don't put a number. Just open the door. Receive the blessings. It will pour down on you, and you won't even have space to put your blessings. Thank you.